Hey, in this podcast episode, I want to talk to you guys about releasing music during the holiday and whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, because timing does matter. I'm learning that timing does matter when you're releasing a song or doing a Kickstarter, for instance. Everything matters when you're going to radio. All that stuff matters, so let's talk about it. It's going to be good. I spent the last 14 years playing over 1,000 shows, touring 22 different countries, and become a top 40 Billboard charting artist. I fired my record label to go out on my own as an independent artist to market and release my own music, selling thousands of albums and millions of streams. The question I always get is, how did I do it without a label and sell even more music? This podcast is here to show you the way. Join me and follow along as I learn, apply, and share marketing strategies to grow my music business and a loyal fan base. So hey guys, hope you're doing awesome. Hope you're having a great day, great weekend. Always want to remind you that a fighter isn't someone who never fails. A fighter is someone who never quits. So do not quit. I hope this podcast really encourages you today. It's an absolute snowstorm, snow blizzard in Toronto. And I just dropped my daughter off at school. And just driving and recording, multitasking. Don't do this at home, boys and girls. It's dangerous. But I just released a new song last weekend. It was Black Friday. And I never released a song on Black Friday before. And we did get a Spotify playlist, which is great. Very happy about that. I always submit to the Spotify playlist. Okay, and what you do is once you've submitted your song via TuneCore, DistroKid, or CD Baby, inside your artist's Spotify dashboard, you will have the option to submit your song to the editors at Spotify to get it on a playlist. And we got one this time, which is good. Sometimes I get them, sometimes I don't. And so that's why I just keep swinging. Sometimes they're bigger ones, sometimes they're not, And sometimes it's certain playlists, and then other times it's not. So it's really interesting, and that's why you just can't give up. But one thing I've realized is that I didn't get as much noise on the song, and it's a really good song. And it didn't get as much traction except for the playlist. Because why? Because people are distracted. And that's the main problem that me and you have, is people are freaking distracted and we're trying to get above the noise. Yes, it's amazing that we don't need labels anymore and we don't need distribution like we used to. Now it's just cutting through all the noise and the crap. And so let alone all the other music and everything else people are distracted with, I added on top of that Black Friday, and it impacted the single. It didn't get as much attention and plays because people are freaking shopping. All right, they're looking for a deal, and so I have to keep pushing it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to keep pushing it, and that's the thing that you need to understand is it's not just one day you're promoting your song. Like, you got to keep promoting it and promoting it and promoting it. And that's why we create a lot of assets to promote these things and keep talking about the single. And one of the easiest things to do is obviously lyric cards and stuff like that. And my wife creates a lot of them, and she creates a lot of them for a lot of my students too. Just go to visioncity.biz, okay? https://visioncity.biz, and she'll put a campaign together for you. But one easy thing to do after you've promoted the song is literally just say, post it again, maybe a different image. Have you heard the song yet? So simple. But what's easy to do is easy not to do. But literally, have you heard it yet? And I'll resend an email about this. I'll promote. And what I've learned really well, and I did really well this time round with promoting my music, is even though I felt like I was hammering people and really bugging them, I just kept on doing it because guess what? It kept on making sales. All right. I kept on doing it because it kept on making sales. And, my desire to sell more music and get my music into people's hands, I care more about that than I do the few that will unsubscribe from my email list. Like yesterday, I sent out an email promoting my music and promoting a Black Friday sale, by the way. And we talked a lot about that on Fanbase University, which I'll get into in a second. But I sent out another email about Black Friday, just reminding people about the sale. And the reason I kept on sending more emails each day is because people kept buying, even though 14 people unsubscribed from one email, and I have thousands of people on my list. So, 14 is, can be pretty average. Sometimes it's 7, sometimes it's none, depends on the email. But some people are just like, I don't want to get these emails anymore. And I'm not offended by it. And some people respond and tell me to screw off and say, rude things that I cannot repeat on this podcast. But I've learned to just just unsubscribed them myself. Like, dude, there's a big unsubscribe button at the bottom. Why didn't you just press that instead of saying nasty things to me? But I don't let that get to me anymore because I know it's working. And obviously there's email strategies and stuff like that, and we talk about that in Fanbase University, and I really encourage you to join that because I think it's the best thing, the best program I have. Like, geez, for $40 a month to come on, surround yourself with other like-minded musicians and get coached every month and me helping you out. Like, it doesn't, you're not going to get a better deal than that and all the courses you get. But the point is that, like, I can't just be I'm not spamming people every day when I email them. I tell them stories. Like, honestly, one of the emails I sent yesterday was just about an ice storm that happened after church. And I shared about how we went to the grocery store and I ran into the mall and I dropped my iPhone into a whole bunch of like icy wet snow, and I was just kind of like laughing and just kind of sharing a funny story. And by the way, hey, this sale is still on and you can still get a deal. Go get it, like it's all about storytelling and then selling, and you sell with stories. I forget what someone said. Is it I'm going to screw up the quote, but something about how something stories sell. But anyways, telling stories helps you sell, okay, is the point. I can't remember the quote. I really wish I had that quote. It's frustrating me right now that I don't have it. But anyways, I encourage you to tell stories. Tell stories in your emails about the songs, about your day. You're like, I don't know what to send, I don't know what to email them. Tell them about your day, Sometimes we call these the Seinfeld sequence because, the whole show Seinfeld is about nothing, but it was one of the most popular shows, and some people just like to know what's going on in their life. And if you can tell a funny story, a serious story, a sad story, any story, and then, by the way, have you heard the new song yet? Have you gotten the album? Did you know we have a sale going on? You know what I mean? And just not being like, just buy my stuff, dude, buy my stuff. Like, that would get annoying if that's, like, there's no creativity in that. Like, you're creative in your songwriting. Well, you need to take your creativity to your marketing too, and don't just whip it out there. Like, you need to think about it, And I was looking at one of my buddies' promotions, Demon Hunter, and I loved the way they promoted some of their Black Friday stuff. And I thought, man, we should have put a few more things together images wise, because I just did multiple photos when promoting on Instagram and stuff like that, and I could have probably done some better promotion around that. Honestly, that comes to planning, and thinking things through and planning ahead. And I got a new album coming out December 13th, and this is the first time I've released something during Christmas time. And again, I'll let you know, like, definitely the Kickstarter I think did really, really, really well. We raised over $35,000 on that, which is my highest Kickstarter, because there was no shows booked through that. All right, it was just all packages, because one of my other Kickstarters did $40,000, but there was 3 $5,000 shows in there, and so I kind of feel like that doesn't really count, but this one we raised 35, and so, man, if we had booked shows it would have been even higher, but I'm not touring. And so, yes, doing a Kickstarter before Christmas, I think really, really works, especially if I'm going to get the packages out to people. But the actual album release, I'm going to have to be really ninja with just promoting it and seeing how much noise I can make. Like, we are shooting a music video for it, and so that'll be good. I always like to have a music video or something pretty dope to really bring some buzz and more reason just to talk about the album. And that's really what we're talking about here, is how many different angles and cool assets can you create that don't break your bank account, but you can talk about the album, And obviously there's a million and one other strategies of, getting friends to promote it, post about it, what you're going to do if you're going to radio, if you're going to pay people to post for you, if you're going to do website promotions, if you're going to run Facebook, Instagram ads, YouTube ads, like, what is your campaign and plan to make as much ruckus about this album? Like, you want to make a ruckus, and that's a great email I should send out to you guys later, is about making a ruckus, because that's really what we want to do. I want to make it loudest ruckus and noise about my album, so everywhere people go, they hear about it. And it's funny, a fan posted on one of my photos that I posted about my merch for Black Friday, And they said, man, I'm seeing you everywhere. You're on my Instagram, you're in my inbox, and I'm wearing your merch right now too. And I was like, yeah, that's awesome. And that's kind of the idea. Like, I want to be everywhere. I want to, follow these people around on the internet. It's kind of like when you shop at that store, you visit a certain site, and now all of a sudden you see ads for that, right? Like, that's really what we're talking about. And that's what I talk about in Fanbase University is, like, people that have, like, you'll run ads and you'll do all this stuff on Instagram or Facebook, but all those people that visit your page, you don't retarget them. Like, you don't reach out to them, and they're your most potential buyers. Okay, are those people, because they're warm, and they're most likely to buy your stuff. So I encourage you to do that. But as far as the Christmas release and timing of everything, if you're going to release during a special holiday or something like that, you better, come to the plate with a lot of marketing dollars and stuff, because not only is Christmas going on, or there could be a holiday or something going on, there's other people doing big releases. All the biggest albums come out during Christmas, and then all the advertisers are spending all their budget for the year, okay, and trying to get sales as well too. And they have these budgets that they have to spend by the end of the year, and so they throw it all into ads, and that's why ad costs go up at the end of the year as well too. Because some of my Fanbase U members were like, dude, my ads are going up right now, and I'm like, my cost is anyways, and I'm like, yeah, that's because it's during the end of the year. It always goes up. People, all the companies and everyone's spending their budgets and trying to, get those sales for Christmas and whatnot. So that's why you got to make an even better ad, a better offer, and really come to the table swinging with a good deal for people. So just some stuff to think about if you're going to release during a holiday. And the last thing I'll say, as far as like Kickstarter timing and like album release, like, I don't think I would release an album necessarily during January, because everyone's spent all their money on Christmas and New Year's, okay, and they're not necessarily in debt. I don't want to speak that over people, but definitely a lot of people are like, dang, I overspent, and so I don't think that would be a wise time to start a Kickstarter or a new album, because I feel like you missed out on a time where, like, November and December, as I'm recording this podcast, people are used to pulling out their wallets, okay? And so, that's a great time, and you want to capitalize on that. So again, you want to be wise and strategic with everything you're doing and timing. And it's stuff that you got to think about and plan, and not just whip it out there, okay? So I hope this helped you out a lot. If you don't got my book, Music Marketing and Promotions Guide, go to smartmusicbusiness.com/free book. Just book. If you want the physical copy, go to free book, and you just cover the shipping and handling, and we'll send you that if you live in the US. But if you're outside of the US and you just want a digital copy, and that's only $5, go to smartmusicbusiness.com/book. If you want the digital and the physical, go to smartmusicbusiness.com/free book, and you just cover the shipping and handling, and we'll send that to you, okay? But you got to live in the U.S. for that, because international shipping is ridiculous, and we can't ship it to you for that amount of money. But hey, just keep going at this. Don't give up. Don't get frustrated, but if you get frustrated in a righteous and I'm going to figure this out way. Don't get frustrated in a, this doesn't work for me, I give up, I'm overwhelmed. And the reason you're overwhelmed is because you haven't written down your goals and your dreams and your plan. Get it on paper, get it out of your head, get it on paper, and that'll help you plan this stuff out so you can see it big picture. That's what I have a whiteboard for. I wrote down a bunch of things last night, because what I like to do on Sunday, I kind of look at that as my war room, and I kind of go in there and plan for the week. What are the big things I want to move this week, so that I'm not waking up Monday going, oh, what am I doing? What am I working on? So hope that helps you out. If this podcast has helped you, please leave a kind review honest review and share it with somebody that needs to hear this, okay? And hopefully I'll see you on the next Fanbase University call because they are awesome. All right, cheers, guys. So if you're a struggling artist and you're just trying to figure out this music industry, you want to go full-time with your music, you want to get noticed on social media or learn how to launch an album, an EP, or just get your music more marketed out there, I want to encourage you to check out my coaching program called Fanbase University. Every single month, I jump on the phone 2 times with my students and I coach them and I teach them how to market their music, how to get noticed, how to handle booking agents, record labels, and just get their music out there. Also, you get access to exclusive training, you get interviews with music industry professionals. If you want to find out more and not do this on your own, not struggle, because I've wasted thousands of dollars on my career and now I want to coach other artists. Check out my program, fanbaseuniversity.com, or click the link below to find out more info.